Good?
Yep.
All right, cool. That's understandable enough. Oh, there we go.
So you see, we start you out kind of, a little on the slow side, let you get your feet under you. We don't move the enemies around, so you can start to see how the movement and the abilities all work. And then slowly we start to ramp up the difficulty. So those are, we have 3 different types of power-ups that will pop up from time to time in the arena. Those are health. We have a red sword that will up your auto attack, and then winged feet that will up your movement speed. So there, you're in brush, right? The enemies won't see you until you either shoot them or move out of brush. So we try to teach you about the environmental aspects of the game that you can use to your advantage.
The controls work really well.
A lot of time and effort in there.
I can imagine.
And then you get your first boss fight with the real original name, the boss. So there you get a little story beat where you can learn about what's going on in the world, why you're there, and then you get your sort of dungeon results. You can sort of see all your stats, see what you've earned, and then now what you could do in the prologue is you could decide, oh, I want to try another, maybe the download hasn't completed, I want to try another character, I want to see how they all look and feel. Or you can just hit the Enter Raios button, and then you're asked to confirm, hey, this is the champion you want to start the game with, and then now you come into the world for the first time. So, oops. I'm going to join you in 1 second. So, hold on. I have to password in because I claimed my account. Okay, so what we'll do first is, you can see here's the hub. We've actually got some people in here. The people with the cross swords over their heads, they are in combat. The people who are not are either in the hub or they could be in one of the menus like the shop or the profile and checking stuff out. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to invite you to a group. So you should get a pop-up. There you go. Yep. And now hit the play button. You can drive. So you go to the world map. So this is where we sort of introduce progression. Right now, there's only one zone available to you, and once you go through the first few fights, you'll unlock the first parts of all the other zones. So go to the green zone, and yeah, just go ahead and hit the cross swords. Yeah, we're both ready up. And now we're in a group together, fighting some bad guys. So we we've both got some range characters here. So you're more of like a run and gun, you know, high damage. I'm more of a sneaky, poisony, damage over time character. So we deliver the combat experiences. There's 5 combats in a dungeon. Each combat right now lasts between 1 to 2 minutes, so a dungeon's about 10 minutes, and we deliver it so that you get kind of a short burst of gameplay, a break, you can chat in between combats, and then you move on to the next. So the goal that we had is you can accomplish something in 5 to 10 minutes, but you could stay for 5 to 10 hours. It's up to you. So you can see from the prologue, you know, we've upped the difficulty quite a bit more, and then you can imagine as you progress through the game, we start adding more different enemy types, more traversal elements that you have to navigate, so the fights can get pretty hectic. So we're trying to find that sweet spot between accessibility and complexity so that we can get people into the game, they don't feel too frustrated, but then over time introduce challenge so that they feel like, you know, they're mastering the game, and then interacting with the gear system and tweaking the different attributes of the characters really matters, so that player choice really influences your performance. You're seeing here, you're getting 2 flavors of experience at the end. Your avatar experience, which drives the slot opening on the gear system, and then your champion experience, which increases the capabilities of your champion over time. And I can show you when we finish the fight here, we'll go in and look more at the gear system.
Sorry, left you alone there.
That's okay, I just went invisible and they can't see me. Ready? Bam! So my arrow that I shoot there does like increase damage to enemies that are already poisoned, so I try to poison them all up and then hit as many of them with my arrow as possible. It's pretty fun. It's like a combination of like Ash and Cassiopeia if you play. So we get to our first boss fight.
I've actually never played these at all.
Oh really?
Okay. Everybody tried to get me to play it.
Yeah, I mean it's not for everybody, but you know, again, the team fighting here is very much like I think the team fighting you'd find in MMOs as well. So. Uh-oh, she's coming after me. Run away. I can't see you. Oh, get that health. So you can see the bosses, they're named, they're a bit tougher, and then they have a special ability. So Slimer was leaving that trail of slime on the ground, and when you walked in it, you're getting damage. So then again, another little story beat, and then you get the dungeon experience here. So right now, you can invite me as a friend if you liked the way we were playing together. You can click on yourself and me and see our different stat performance in battle. And then right now, once you buy gear, you can click on the spectrum button and you could inspect the gear that I have if you wanted to see, hey, he's getting way more damage output. What gear items does he have? So you can get information about me and I can get information about you. So what I can do is just walk you through sort of the other elements of the game. So why don't we go to the profile first? This takes you to your profile. So you can go check out stats on your character, so you can see what boosters you may have purchased, what champions you're favoring. You can see what champions you own. So right now you own one and the rest of them are locked, but you can get information about the ones you don't own. And like hitting this little info window here, you can see you want to learn about her skills, you can read all about them. Then if you go to the spectrum, so this is the gear system. So as your avatar levels up here, you unlock gear slots, and then you can purchase gear in the shop. So what I'll do is I'll just show you how it works. We'll go to the shop in a minute, but I'll show you how the gear works. I've already bought some gear here. So what you do is I go to my spectrum here, I look at a gear item. Now let me just take everything off. So this gear item here, this Kusan rock, it's a square, so it goes in the middle here. And if I look at its stats, these are the stats I get. These are the bonus stats I get when it's energized. It gets energized from one white light, right? If I go to my sigils on the outer ring, I put 3 sigils of the same color here. It lights up that light there. Now if I go here, I'm getting the energizer bonus because it's now green. So what we wanted to do is create a system where players can really get into the alchemy of the game without having to go to some external website to figure out whether their build is maxed out. If you're matching up the colors, matching up the energizer lights of the gear, and you're picking stats that are good for your class, so if I were playing a tank, armor and magic resistance would be really good, you're probably maxing out your gear setup, and the game is telegraphing it to you rather than you having to go outside the game to get that information. So that's the idea behind it. So if I go to the shop here, you can see sort of all the things we're monetizing. So we obviously monetize champions now. I've already bought all the champions, so if you go to your shop here, you can see there's 2 prices. There's the in-game currency price, which you earn from playing the game, so your time-based currency, and then there's a premium currency cost. So we're the player, you can decide, do you want to pay with your time or your money? How fast do you want to acquire champions, right? We have skins here, which are right now, we offer 5 different skins for the different champions, so you have to buy the champion associated with it to unlock the skin. So if you look at me, because I have all the champions here, you see the skins are one thing that we only sell for premium. There's a couple of things that are premium only. Boosters are the same thing, they're premium only, because what the boosters do is, for one day, I get increased experience when I kill monsters, right? And then the gear system, we sell, there's 3 different categories of gear, sigils, tier 1 and tier 2, and you see again, they have 2 prices, the in-game currency price, the premium currency price. The other thing about gear that you can see from the profile is when I go to my spectrum and I pick a sigil, I can also upgrade my gear. It has levels of quality that again, I can upgrade with either in-game or premium. So we really try to empower the player to decide how they want to pay with their time or their money.
All right.